The world is old, older than we know. It has witnessed the rise and fall of countless civilizations, each leaving behind whispers in the wind and shadows in the trees. It holds secrets in its deep places, secrets that have been buried for millennia, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. Secrets sleep beneath our busy feet. They lie dormant, hidden under layers of earth and time, beneath the roots of ancient trees. They stir in the quiet hours. When the world is still and the forest breathes softly, these secrets begin to awaken. Most of us never see them. We walk past, we do not look. Our eyes are fixed on the path ahead, oblivious to the mysteries that surround us. But sometimes the curtain twitches, a glimpse is caught of something else, something ancient, something other. These are the Grisemen. They are a whisper, a forgotten story, a tale that has been passed down through the ages, almost lost to time, a shadow at the edge of sight, a fleeting presence that vanishes as quickly as it appears. They were here before our cities rose, before the first stones were laid. They walked these lands, before our gods found their names. They were the silent witnesses to the birth of our myths and legends. They watched the mountains grow. They saw the earth shape itself into the world we know today. They felt the continents shift. They were there when the land masses drifted apart, forming the continents we now inhabit. They are the earth's memory, its hidden heart, its silent watchers. They are the Grisemen, the keepers of ancient knowledge and the guardians of forgotten lore, and they are still among us, watching, waiting, and occasionally revealing themselves to those who are willing to see. We build our lives on layers of the past. Each generation adds its own layer, creating a tapestry of history and memory. Each layer has its own ghosts, its own forgotten inhabitants, spirits that linger in the shadows, remnants of a time long gone. The Grisemen are part of that. They are the echoes of the past, woven into the fabric of our world. They are woven into the fabric, the unseen threads that connect us to the ancient world, the unseen threads of existence. They are the silent witnesses to the passage of time, the guardians of the earth's deepest secrets. Where did the Grisemen come from? No one truly knows, not anymore. The old tales offer only hints, fragments of forgotten beliefs. They are not gods, not quite. Nor are they born of woman. They are something elemental, something that formed in the deep quiet, before the world woke up fully, before humans walked the earth. Some legends say they are of stone, the first slow thoughts of the mountains. Others say they are of shadow, coalesced from the first night, or perhaps born of the deep earth, from roots and forgotten rivers. They are the earth made manifest, not in anger nor in love, but simply as a presence, a quiet, enduring part of it all. Think of the time before time, when the world was still shaping, when fire and ice danced. The Grisemen were there. They witnessed the first dawn. The Grisemen do not speak, not with words as we know them. Their language is far older, more subtle, more profound. It is a language of being, a communication of the soul. They speak in patterns, in the rustle of leaves, in the flow of water, in the shifting of stones. Imagine feeling the world, not just seeing or hearing it, but feeling its deep currents. This is how Grisemen communicate. They share thoughts through resonance, like a plucked string making another vibrate. They understand the earth's pulse. They feel the intentions of others. No lies can exist in their speech, only the pure truth of being. They leave signs, not for us, or perhaps sometimes for us. Carvings on hidden rocks, arrangements of pebbles by a stream. These are not words to be read. They are feelings to be felt, a warning. Where do the Grisemen hide? They do not hide, not exactly, they simply are. In places we overlook, places we have forgotten, or places we fear to tread, deep within ancient forests, where sunlight barely touches ground, in the heart of silent deserts, beneath the roots of old mountains, in caves that breathe cold air. Their dwellings are not built, they are grown or found. They merge with the landscape, A hollow beneath a great tree, a crevice in a sheer cliff face, a space between tangled roots. You could walk right past one 100 times and never know. They are veiled by nature itself, by shadow and by stillness. These are their sanctuaries, places of deep peace and power. The air there feels different, thick with age, heavy with quiet. Time itself seems to slow down. The modern world fades away. You might feel a prickling on your skin. Section 5. A civilization apart. The Grisemen way of life. Do the Grisemen have a civilization? Not as we understand the term. No shining cities, no empires, no grand technologies, no written laws. Their way is simpler, deeper. It is a civilization of being, of understanding the flow of things. They live in harmony with the earth, not as its masters, but as a quiet part of it. They are watchers, observers. They have seen eons pass, the rise and fall of species, the slow dance of stars. They understand cycles, birth, growth, decay, renewal. This knowledge shapes their existence. They do not strive for progress, they strive for balance, for being in tune with the world. Their society, if it can be called that, is based on connection, not on rules or hierarchies. Shadows and mortals. Grisemen encounters through ages. Humans have always felt them, the unseen watchers, the silent observers, the presence at the edge of the firelight, a fleeting shadow just beyond the reach of the flames, the chill in an abandoned place, the feeling that something ancient and unseen lingers, the sense of being watched in the wild, eyes that seem to follow, though none can be seen. For centuries these feelings were stories, passed down from generation to generation. Whispered tales of the hidden folk, the old ones. The earth spirits, names differed, descriptions varied, but the core idea remained. An ancient presence, always there, just out of sight. Something ancient lived alongside us. Sometimes people saw them, a fleeting glimpse, a shadow moving, a figure standing in the mist. These encounters were rare, unsettling. They left a lasting impression, often dismissed as tricks of the light, or illusions created by the mind, or products of an overactive imagination. But the stories persisted, passed down through generations of those who walked too far, or looked too closely, those who claimed encounters, spoke of a profound feeling, a connection to something beyond the ordinary, or mixed with a deep fear. A sense of the unknown, powerful and ancient, a sense of immense age, as if the very trees held memories of times long past, of power held in check, a force that could be felt but not seen. Some were said to go mad, others became reclusive, drawn to the mystery yet fearful of its power. A chilling convergence, my own Grisemen encounter, I never believed, not really. Myths were stories, fun to tell. They were the kind of tales that made for good campfire conversations, but nothing more. I always thought of them as mere figments of imagination, crafted to entertain or to scare. The Grisemen were a fascinating concept for books, for late-night talks. They were the stuff of legends, whispered about in hushed tones, but never truly believed, at least not by me. Then came that autumn evening. I was hiking, deep in old woods. The air was crisp, the leaves a riot of colors. It was the perfect day for a hike, or so I thought. The kind of place that feels untouched. Sunlight dappled, silence profound. It was serene, almost magical, like stepping into another world. A path I thought I knew. I had walked it many times before, each time feeling a sense of peace and familiarity. But the woods have their own ideas. They can change, shift, become something entirely different when you're not paying attention. Dusk fell faster than expected. The air grew cold. The warmth of the day vanished, replaced by an eerie chill. Suddenly, a mist rolled in, thick and grey. It swallowed the trees. It was as if the forest itself was breathing, exhaling a dense fog that obscured everything. The path, I was lost. The familiar trail had vanished, replaced by an endless sea of mist. A primal fear took hold. Every sound seemed magnified, a snapping twig. My heart raced, pounding in my chest. The hoot of an owl, it echoed through the trees. a haunting sound that sent shivers down my spine. Then a stillness, utter, absolute, the kind of silence that feels heavy, oppressive, as if the world held its breath, and I felt it, being watched. The sensation was unmistakable, a prickling at the back of my neck. I saw no clear form, no face. But there was something. By an old oak, taller than a man, part of the shadows, it was as if the shadows themselves had come to life. Part of the tree, grey, still. It wasn't threatening, not actively, but its presence was undeniable. But its presence was immense, ancient. It felt like it had been there for centuries, watching, waiting, like standing before a mountain, an immovable force of nature. That has suddenly gained awareness. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. I was frozen, trapped in that moment of terror. The unseen veil, lingering questions and open doors. So, do the Grisemen exist? My encounter left me with questions, more questions than answers. Science demands proof, hard evidence, fingerprints, DNA, photographs. The Grisemen offer none of these. They offer only whispers, shadows, feelings, and fleeting glimpses. They live beyond our instruments, behind a veil we cannot easily pierce. Perhaps they are a metaphor for the wildness we have lost, for the mystery that still surrounds us. Even in our bright, modern world, or perhaps they are more. Perhaps they are a quiet truth, a reminder that we are not alone, that the world is far stranger and more wonderful than our philosophies dream of. The world is full of such doors, hidden paths, unseen layers. Most of us walk by them every day.